All right, today I'm here to talk about my new charging setup on my 2019 Zero DS. No, that is not the factory color for the 2019. In any case, I do have three DigiNow chargers down in the belly pan. I got some heat sinks on it to aid with the cooling of those chargers. That's been the same. What I changed is in here. So each of the three chargers has its own switch to select an input. So that's the middle charger, the front charger, and the rear charger on the bike. Just kind of how they laid out. And then over here you see J1772 and Tesla. So these are single pole double throw, or I'm sorry, double pole double throw. So this will put the middle charger on the J1772 input. That's off. And that'll put the middle charger on the Tesla input. So if each one pulls 3.3 kilowatt, I can put all, say 9.9 kilowatt to J1772. I can turn one of them off and be 6.6 kilowatt on J1772. Or I can do, 3.3 on Tesla, 6.6 on J1772, or vice versa, that way. I try not to flip these with any voltage on them, and especially when they're not pulling any current, to obviously enhance the longevity of the switches. These are the two inputs back here. There's your regular J plug, and then that's the Tesla plug. That takes a while to open for some reason. This input is the Tucson EV input, and that had three C19 plugs or whatever coming out of that. So that goes into this box and wires into obviously this side. And then the Tesla input is what came with the DigiNow, and the request charge is tied to this switch. So this just controls the Tesla input, which is needed for some Tesla chargers. The J1772 side with the Tucson EV plug requests the charge automatically as soon as you plug in. So you'll hear upon plug-in the charging station will close. This switch is for the bike. This is tells the Zero to request the charge and actually start accepting power into the battery. So I have them mounted on this little bracket. It's under the seat at the upper mount there, so they're nice and out of the way. And then all the cabling for the DigiNows just goes down there. We try to keep that pretty organized and try to keep it out of the way, you can see, of the rear shock. So everything's kind of pulled out of the way as much as possible there. But that is basically the setup there. The DigiNow controls, the Tesla input, J plug input, and then that's how I select everything. The last thing, I don't know if I have it out here to show you. Do I? I might. Is, yeah, so I've made a custom J1772 input. Since the DigiNows don't really talk the J1772 protocol, it's, it's wired into those inlets, and then the Tucson EV input. So I have, this isn't really a J plug, this is just a C19 input that happens to wire through the J plug, so I can power up, well, really either of them, with the adapter I can put on the Tesla, but I can power it up through any other plug. So I have, if I do want to go into a standard 110 volt, or this is the 20 amp 240 volt plug, I have those that go to the C, I think this is a C20, I forget which one's which, C19 and C20, but those can feed modularly into that input to feed the bike. And then there's other adapters where I can go from a 1450 to to this, or whatever. So basically any available electricity I can find, preferring the EV chargers directly, which are supported by the bike directly, but through that adapter I can plug into any electricity that I can find pretty much anywhere. 120 volt, 240 volt, doesn't matter. And I can control the load in 3 kilowatt or 3.3 kilowatt increments through those switches. So about 15 amps per at 240 volt to get to that rating. So that is my charging setup. Just wanted to share that out.